everybody. Welcome to Unlocking the Magic. You're listening to episode 260. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Yeah, welcome to Unlocking the Magic podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening to the podcast. It's on Spotify or iTunes.
Or watching.
Yeah, or watching over on YouTube. We are recording these videos or these podcasts live on video for our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Welcome to this show. We do this show every week. We have a winner announcement somewhere in this podcast. I'm not going to exactly say where we're going to announce the winner rather, but we have a winner. I'm going to announce that. Also, we have another way for you to win another t-shirt. Go over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and we'll give you some details later on in the podcast.
Speaking of our previous winners, has anyone reached out to us to say I'm the winner?
Not yet.
I feel like we haven't sent anything out yet, officially.
Not yet. Rob, I think Rob was the last week's winner, and I forget who was 2 weeks ago.
They're slacking.
Yeah, but message us. Go listen to the last podcast episodes, 2 of them on YouTube, and let us know if you're the winner, and we'll get those t-shirts right out to you.
Yes.
I'm working on a t-shirt, so we have the Team Tonga and we have Team Talks t-shirt, as well as the Unlocking the Magic. And I'm working on a t-shirt that gets them so you can be on the same team. Maybe Tonga on the front, Talks on the back, or vice versa. Or maybe like a split right down the middle. Half and half.
Talks while she eats the Tonga.
Tonga Talks.
Tonga Talks.
Maybe that's it. So
Money
let's get
walks.
So today's episode is fun. We're doing it. Our signature, are you in or are you out? And if you're watching on YouTube, play along. If you're listening at home, driving in the car with the kids, play along with us.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Pause. Hit pause. We'll give you something to talk about, and we'll ask you if you're in or if you're out.
All right.
You got to say, I'm out.
Just like that. Like you have to say it with that enunciation and hyphened expression and all that. Say it like Bruce.
Sometimes I just want to be out just so I can say I'm out real quick. It's not even that I want to be out. I just want to say that.
Someone posted today about, speaking of being I'm out, it was Zac Efron rumor.
I'm out.
Huge rumor that Zac Efron to replace Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow.
Two things I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Number one, no one can replace Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow.
Right?
Number two, even if Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow, they should let that movie go.
They should just give it up.
That's enough of those. Like, they did a good job of the first 2 or 3, and then they made too many. There's sometimes you just have to let those good things go, and you live on the memories of how good those things were, and don't try to remake them too much. I'm all about remaking a movie if it was really good, but I feel like the Pirates, they've made too many.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't like to say that, but yeah, it's.
You have to wait.
Okay.
I think you have to wait 10 years and then remake it.
10 years?
Or 30 years, like National Treasure.
Which is finally supposedly coming out or being filmed soon.
National Treasure 3.
It's like, yeah. When was the last one?
1972.
I don't know, but you're right. I think you're right. I guess I just started the show because I said Zac Efron. No offense, Zach. Sorry if you're watching this. You're great, but I think I'm out.
I'm out on Zac Efron, and I'm out on them doing another Pirates movie.
I feel like I'm not out on redoing. I'm not out for them to do another Pirates movie because I love Pirates, but I'm for sure out if Captain Jack Sparrow's not in. And Barbossa, like I think the two of them it's kind of like you and I feel like they balance each other out.
Yeah.
Comedically, and it's just fun. Their banter it reminds me of you and I.
I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the attraction. I love the first few movies. They did such a good job on those. Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow was amazing. I'm out. Let it lie.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
We moved on?
Yes.
Okay. So,
I have one for you, Connie.
Okay. I didn't even know we basically just started the show because I wasn't planning on doing the Zac Efron thing.
I like get right into the content.
You
don't
do.
need any fluff in the
I like it. Just get to the point.
All right. So here's an in or out. And if you're familiar with the podcast, you're going to be very familiar with this. Connie, are you in or out for our next trip, which is happening in a couple weeks? We'll be there mid-February. Are you in or out on sneaking Joffrey's onto the People Mover with me?
I'm out.
That's not true. I feel like you're gonna say you're out just because you don't want to get in trouble, but you're gonna do it.
I'm probably gonna ask for a sip.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna be proud of it.
Somebody actually messaged us on Twitter.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things I've been getting a lot of messages on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody taking pictures of themselves on the People Mover drinking Joffrey's and empty buses. A lot of videos of them videoing themselves on a bus all by themselves and sending it to us. And that's the best in the world.
I truly love that too. It really is. All right. My next one.
Go.
Are you in or are you out? Our next Disney vacation. I'm hoping you're in on that, but taking the Magical Express to our resort.
I'm in. I mean, why wouldn't I be in on that?
I thought that it would be something you would at least think about for a second because we always rent a car at the airport. Like, we're so big on talking about renting a car and having the freedom of having, a vehicle with you and being able to kind of go as you please. So once you get on the Magical Express, it is magical. It's like so fun when you get on that bus, but you're kind of stuck. You know what I mean? Like, you can't resort hop. You're kind of stuck where you are without putting in, like, when you have a car, you don't have to really put in a lot of effort.
I think you're trying to sell it to me on it too much.
No, I really just want to know because I don't want you complaining.
I'm in. Listen, you can rent a car from Disney when you get there. You don't have to rent a car at the airport. Sometimes the rental car at the airport is not the best experience in the world if you have Magical Express available.
Okay.
So I'm in on that. I'll take the Magical Express to the resort and just hang out there for the day.
All right. I know the kids would love to do that. It took us forever to figure out the logistics of the car rental at the airport, and finally we belong to this fast break kind of thing, which it makes it easier. So because if I didn't have that option with the car rental, I would never recommend renting at the airport because you literally wait in line for an hour and a half. It
depends on which rental you go with. There's 2 or 3 that we generally go with.
Yeah.
And it's like 10 or 12 minutes per person. And sometimes you get in line and there's 30 people and you're like, oh my God, you're doing the math in your head. And you're like, I'm going to be here till tomorrow.
The kids hate it.
Yeah.
They're
going to be pumped to take the Magical Express.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than being like, welcome to Orlando and just waiting in the airport.
Yeah, you're so excited to get your trip going and you see the line for the rental car place and it's just overwhelming.
You're usually hungry and it's just, even though I love, Orlando Airport's one of my favorite airports. Is that weird to have a favorite airport?
No.
It's one of my favorites because there's just a lot of food options and lots to see and do. There's the Kennedy Space Center store and the Disney store and just a lot of stuff to do there. But yeah, once you land, you just want to get going.
True.
All right. Do you have another one for me or should I keep going?
I do.
Okay.
What do you think about this? So Disney just announced that they're doing fast passes for the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
If you don't get a fast pass, are you in or out and waiting in line for the attractions in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge?
If I don't get a fast pass.
Yes.
I am in.
For Smuggler's Run?
Yeah, I
wait
think
in
so.
line, 2 hour, 3 hour wait, you're in?
Is it that long still?
I have no idea. I didn't look. But say we do go there and it's busy and there's a 2 hour wait for that.
Yeah. There's
a
lot of factors.
Out?
I think for that I might be in, but I think I'd be in alone. I feel like none of our kids are going to want to wait that long. I think maybe our oldest, maybe. That's a strong maybe, but I can't picture our youngest. I can't picture you waiting at all. I feel like there's not enough snacks in the world to get you to wait anymore on some of these attractions.
No, not 2 hours. 2 hours is a little bit of a long wait for me.
But you do know and realize that we are going to be going to Hollywood Studios very early when we arrive because I do want to try to get a boarding pass for the Flight of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance.
Flight of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance.
Can we rename it Flight of the Resistance?
Listen, it's your podcast. You can name it whatever you want.
I don't know. I was just thinking of Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
And then I combined the two.
Well, because that's the last time that we went. Not the last time that we went, but when we went to, when that first came out.
Yeah.
That was a long attraction. So right now, I just looked it up as we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
It's a 95-minute wait.
Yeah. Well, it's also a little bit later in the day, so maybe that has a lot.
95-minute wait. You in or are you out?
I think I'm in.
I don't know if I can wait 95 minutes as much as I would love to.
Yeah.
And I want to go to Galaxy's Edge and finally get a chance to ride these attractions that we've been talking about for a long time. I just don't think I can wait 95 minutes.
Yeah, no, I know that.
So I'm out on that one.
I'm out for you because I don't. A lot of my choices, like I feel like my planning has a lot to do with like the least amount of whining that I can have during my vacation. Like, so if you're not whining, I'm happy. If our little one isn't whining or complaining, I'm happy. Like, I try to factor, and I try to tell this to you, our listeners. I try to tell you guys to like remember your kind of routine and schedules at your home, because it's funny when you go on vacation, you would think, oh, I'm going to be so relaxed and chill. But like something happens where you're not. It's almost like your mannerisms and your habits sort of become amplified. So like those of us that need our 2 p.m. nap or refresher, it's like really hits home. Like there's no tired, like Disney tired.
Yeah, you're always doing something too. It's not like you're going to a beach where you just sit there and like your day is just relaxing on the beach. When you're going to Disney, it's relaxing, and it can be. But there's a lot to do, and there's a lot of things happening around you that you have to be aware of. Right.
So I like you're on high alert. I feel like all your senses are on high alert.
And so you're so excited.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that excited to go to the beach.
I like become annoying. I know.
Yeah. Like I get so excited to go to Disney and go to the parks, and like I just want to get in there and like I absorb everything.
Those of us that have that talk a lot more in Disney. Those of us that have our habits. So just try to keep that in mind when I'm planning my day. So that said, I'm not going to drag you on to wait for any of the popular attractions, but maybe it could be something where maybe we didn't have to do together.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, as much as I love the whole point of this show is to create family or friends when you're traveling with your significant other or whoever, if you're alone, to create some memories to be able to bring back home and cherish when you are home. But it's okay to separate sometimes.
You know what it is? It's funny too, watching the people in the queues. Sometimes you see families and they're having the best time of their lives in the queue. And then you see other families and they're having the worst times of their lives.
The worst.
Sometimes we're either one of those.
Yeah.
Depending on how we feel for that day and what everybody's mode is. Sometimes you can wait in a queue and like we're having a good time, we're laughing, we're all having it, and then an hour later it's like the total opposite.
It's chaos.
Yeah. We're a bunch of miserable bums hanging in line waiting for something that feels like we don't want to wait for.
Right. Well,
so what are you going to do?
Good to know. Okay, this one comes from our oldest daughter. Are you in or are you out Amphicar tours inside Disney Springs? Now, keep in mind, technically one of us has to be out on this because it's only a 4-seater, and I actually didn't realize that when I saw these cars. I mean, these cars have been around now forever. They're at the boathouse. You go in your 19, it's like a 50 style little car there, and you're on the water with your captain. But I guess I just missed that memo that it only seats up to 4.
So who's out on this then?
Somebody has to be out, but because like so there's 3 in the back, and then someone has to sit up front with the captain, which is that kind of weird?
It is for me. I'm out on that for sure.
So just pretend that I don't know, who could we, I guess technically it has to be an adult, right? We're not going to leave one of our kids in Disney Springs.
All right, so I'm going to answer this in a couple different ways.
Okay, sorry for
3 different ways.
Sorry.
I'll take one for the team and I'll sit out on this so you guys can go. That being said, if somebody else wants to be out, I will go, only if I don't have to sit in the front.
Got it.
All right?
Do you think there are like a lot of families like not realizing that, and they get there and like, dang it. I mean, the captain.
No, I think most families are not like me.
They're not like you?
No, they're like totally talking to the cast member who's the driver and having the time of their lives.
That front seat looks tight. Have you seen the picture of their on their website?
I have not seen the picture, but I don't remember how big it was, but I've seen them enter the water from Disney Springs many times.
Yeah. I guess I just never noticed it was tight.
Well, listen, I'm in if I don't have to sit in the front.
Okay.
But I will take one for the team and be out if everybody else in our family wants to.
Okay.
And all 4 of you guys want to go.
Our oldest really that's like some. Can you just let the older kids go on bed? Oh, that's kind of weird too. I don't know why. I feel like that's weird.
No, I don't think it's weird in Disney. I don't think it. You're watching them. I'm a pretty good swimmer, so if anything happens, I can get out there.
I'd just be like, I'm too neurotic. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like me letting them go on the hot air balloon alone. I don't think I could handle that.
What are you in or out on those?
I thought I was in, and now I'm out. As much as I love.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Isn't
shocked.
that weird? Because I feel like this whole list is, you would think starting the show, like I'd be in and on everything, but after really reading through this and realizing that it's tight. I mean, I know so many of my friends have gone and had wonderful experiences, but it's just tight for me. I don't know. It's in the boathouse. He says the only place in the world that offers the unforgettable experience of a captain's guided tour in a vintage amphicar. These rare cars drive on land and enter the water with a splash, it's a 25-minute tour, taking you to a guided 25-minute tour of landmarks of Disney Springs. That would be cool.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
We should rent a pontoon boat and just follow one of them.
We should get a captain's hat too.
Yes.
Can we do
just
that?
Just follow one of them. Say, can you talk really loud so we can follow you and hear what you're saying?
Yeah.
While we follow you in this pontoon boat?
Can we do that?
I'm going to try.
It says the fleet of amphicars were purchased from private collections worldwide. There were less than 4,000 of these unique vehicles produced. Oh, it's in the 60s they were produced. Less than 400 exist today. Whoa, wait. Tours are 10 to 10. It's $125 per car.
Well, I'm out on that then.
Whoops. So you really want to squeeze as many people as you have in there so that you get your money's worth.
I want to, we start this podcast in my thought process every time we do this podcast.
Oh boy.
I want to be positive.
Oh.
Right? Even these in or outs. And I'm thinking to myself before we do these in or outs.
Time out.
Yeah.
You start the podcast trying to be positive.
I really do. Imagine if I started not to be positive, how the show would be. But I really do. I want to, especially these in or outs. I say to myself, no matter what she says, I'm going to be in on all of these. I'm surprising everybody. I want to be in on all these.
I'm in.
I want it to be a positive show and everybody to have a good time. And then you say some of them, and I'm like, there's no way I can be in on that.
I'm not selling them very well, am I?
I don't know if you're not selling them or just the reality hits, and I just like, you know what? I don't want to sit in the front seat.
I'm just trying to be realistic because I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, you know? Like, I don't want to be in that car awkward with you. It's 25 minutes. You get hungry. The captain's looking at us like, oh, geez, I recognize these people. Are they from a podcast that I've heard or whatever? And it's just all downhill from me.
Yeah, I listen, $125 per boat too. I think I would rather rent a pontoon boat.
That changes things for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I might have to break the news to our list that it might not happen. I didn't realize it wasn't per person. Well, anyway.
Well, that's sad.
All right.
Well, that's depressing.
Let's
go to the next one.
My next one is, are you in or are you out recreating our now seems like vintage family photo with Mickey Mouse?
I'm in on that, mostly because it was my idea.
It was your idea. I stole it. I put it in there as our notes because our youngest reminded me of it today, and she said, "We gotta go. Should we wear the same outfits?" She wants to really recreate. You know how they have those. Is it memes or funny pictures of families that when they were little they recreate? That's basically what she wants to do.
I think that's a good idea.
We have to do the same posing. And
we should bring it or take a picture of it and bring it with us so we know.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. But you're in?
I'm in. I'm generally not in on recreating things because it never ends up as good as the first time, and I don't feel like you should do that.
Right. And it could be a little awkward.
Not that it's awkward, but if you have a memory of something, and you want to do it again.
Right.
Generally, the second time you do it isn't as good as the first time, no matter how hard you try.
Well, I was just saying it could be awkward because I think our youngest at the time was 3, and now she's, 12?
I think it's going to be funny. I think it's going to be hilarious
yeah.
Mostly because we took that picture, and maybe we'll share it in our Patreon group, the picture.
It's a little blurry, but we should share it.
You're cute. Much taller than all of the kids.
In this old vintage.
At that time.
Yes.
Now all the kids are pretty much the same size, if not taller than you.
Yeah,
So that's what's going to make it fun.
Oh, so basically you can laugh at mom?
Of course. Listen, everything we do when we go to Disney for fun, the kids talk about, when I talk to the kids, it's pretty much how we can get you to make us laugh.
I'm so glad. Do you guys take notes beforehand?
We don't make fun of you.
Oh, okay.
And we don't pick on you.
That's true. I can attest to that.
But we're like, what can we do to get mom to do something that we can laugh at?
Well, I provide the entertainment. I like that.
It's pretty much what we do.
All right. Good to know.
You got to pass the time somehow.
Okay. Do you have another?
I do.
Okay.
This is another one that came from you, actually.
Oh.
Which I'm not in or out on the balloon ride at Disney Springs.
Oh, we talked about this.
On the podcast?
Yes. We talked about this because we were supposed to go during the holidays and we didn't end up getting to go. And this was something.
Was I on that podcast?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
This was something we had talked about with the kids. I don't remember if you were part of that conversation, but the kids were our youngest is a daredevil. She loves heights and she loves just anything that's, I don't know, has to do with thrill. Like, I don't know if it's actually a thrilling thing, but being that high is certainly thrilling to me.
Right.
So she's been begging to go on this, and she had asked, and we had discussed that it was a possibility because it's less expensive in the morning, even though I would love to go like later at night because it's like must be so beautiful lit up.
Yeah.
But after reading that it was less expensive during the day, I thought, that's even more a possibility now because it's affordable. So I don't know. I think I'm in. It's hard. Like, I don't love heights, but I figured if I'm gonna go on an air balloon, it's gonna be in Disney. Like, I feel some kind of like secure, a little sense of security. Maybe it's false security. I don't know, but I feel a little bit better about it. What say you?
I'm really not a fan of heights, so I don't even know if I said yes, I'm in on that, if I could actually do it.
Yeah.
And nor would I think that you guys would want me around up there while you're having a good time on the air balloon. I think I'll document it from the ground.
I was just going to ask you, would you rather document it from the ground knowing we're so high above you, and like, will that make you more nervous? Because when you're there with us, you have somewhat, not control, but at least we're all together.
There's two factors for me. When there's the scare factor for myself, which like when I'm up there or we're on something that's high.
Yeah.
Like if you look over a railing that's high, or you go into a tall building, you look out the window, like I'm already a little shaky. I don't like heights. And then there's the second factor for me, which is being around our youngest, which has no fear of heights. And I have that excess fear for her.
Right.
Like as soon as she gets close to the railing, I get scared. And I'm like, back up from the railing. And she's like, gets mad at me for making her back up for the railing because I'm afraid.
So it's just we're all like a bunch of nerds.
So I just don't want to be around her. I'd rather her have the time to enjoy the balloon ride if she really wants to do it, and I'll just stay on the ground.
Does she know how much this affects us?
No.
Do we give her that power of knowing?
I don't think she really...
She cares.
She's just not afraid. I think that when you're not afraid of heights, you probably look at someone who is afraid of heights and you're like, why are you afraid?
True.
It's not that scary.
Yeah.
But it's just, you just are.
Yeah.
It's like her with spiders. I come in there and I kill the spider and she's deathly afraid of it.
She's out of there.
Yeah.
She was talking to me today about on the drive to school this morning, which I love. Like, we talk and she gets so excited still about our trips, and she loves planning, and it motivates her, right? So, I mean, she was certainly happy to go to school this morning, just thinking about our countdown. And she asked me if I would be willing to sit next to her any other thrilling attractions, because she said that I normally don't because I get so nervous about her, because she's the one throwing her hands up, and so we discussed it, and I said I'm pretty sure I'm okay with all the attractions this time, but maybe not, I would say, the Tower of Terror. Like, I think you might have to sit with Dad on that one. And then we also discussed Everest, and I said that's a tradition. You kind of have to sit with Dad. I don't want to sit with you. I'm okay on Everest until we go backwards, and then I feel like I just lose all sense of control and reality, and I just can't handle the fact that she'll be next to me. Like, I feel like at least you can like protect her. That's
true. I do hold her while we're going on that because I'm afraid. It's not so much as she gets bigger, but definitely when she was smaller, I was always afraid of her kind of slipping out of there.
Yes.
Before we get on to the next one.
Yes.
I have to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to our YouTube channel. I'm going to announce the winner right now. By the way, there was somebody who posted somewhere about
somewhere.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. I should have that, but I don't.
Okay.
There is a phobia of gorillas. Did you know that?
What?
Yes.
It's an actual thing.
It's an actual thing.
I knew it.
So you're not alone on that.
Wait, how come I didn't see this?
I think it's on
somebody sent it to us?
Somebody either emailed it to us or it's on a Facebook page that we have. But I'm going to announce the winner. So last week we said go subscribe to our YouTube channel. The podcast was top 5 attractions, our top 5 attractions each at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And we said, hey, go over to our YouTube channel, which is Unlocking the Magic. Leave your top 5 attractions at Animal Kingdom with the keyword, which was
gorilla
bonding.
Oh, my bad. I was
last
sorry.
Week,
I wasn't listening. I wasn't paying attention.
So we picked a winner. We plugged it into this website that randomly picked someone who left a comment, and Darlene Haven is the winner.
I love that name.
This week's show. She said, bonding with Bruce and Connie is the best. Her top 5 were Flight of Passage, The Lion King, Safari, Kali River Rapids, and does eating count as a ride? And I say, yes, it does.
Without a doubt.
Many rides.
Many. That's 3.
Sometimes that's your top 1.
Eat.
So Darlene Haven, congratulations. You are the winner of your choice of either Team Tox or Team Tonga. Message us or email us info@unlockingthemagic.com to claim your prize. Now,
wait, before we continue, can I just give someone a shout out? I got to read this portion of an email that we got that I love. You guys, I love getting emails from you. I read every single one of them. And Bruce can attest to this. Like sometimes I get teary-eyed because just some of them come in and oh my gosh, so great. Anyway, this one is a great email, and it says, every Friday when I pick up my children, we listen to the latest episode. It keeps them engaged in the planning, and it's so cool that they are interested in helping. It's thanks to your podcast. If you happen to read this during the show, please say hello to Marley and TJ. We are listening.
Hey, Marley and TJ, what's going on?
I gotta say, says, my son is constantly recruiting for Team Tonga.
That's my boy.
My daughter is Team Talks because she says Klein doesn't really talk too much. We started listening in July at episode 237. Can you share which episode the teams were established?
TJ. His name's TJ?
Yes.
TJ, email me, info@unlockingthemagic.com. I'm sending you a Team Tonga shirt.
Oh.
Just write subject line Team Tonga.
Okay.
And email me, info@unlockingthemagic.com. I'm recruiting you for Team Tonga.
Well, Marley, I've got to send her now a shirt because I can't have that. I have to send it. I have to send it. Team
like
Talks.
that?
Yep. That's how it's going to be.
All right. So, guys, email us, info@unlockingthemagic.com. TJ, let me know what color you want and what size you want, and I will get that right out to you, my man.
When did the teams get I think it was part of maybe a live show that we did. I don't even know if it was on the podcast itself.
I don't remember,
but it just happened.
Yeah, I love reading emails like that myself.
Yeah.
If they're not too long.
We're very competitive, I realize. Like, that's just been sort of what we've always been. Like, it's just been since day one. And it's
a healthy competition.
I think I agree with that. It's
our whole family is competitive.
It's our whole family. Yeah, we love to, like, compete and one-up each other on everything.
You should see us play basketball or softball or kickball. Woof.
It's
unbelievable.
Intense. Yeah.
No holds barred. All right, so
okay.
Thank you so much for that email. Thank you so much to Darlene, the winner of this week's T-shirt. Keep doing that. We're going to do the same thing this week. Darlene Haven, you are the winner for last week. The same thing this week. The keyword is...
What's the item not picking this week?
Oh, the keyword is... Let's do a keyword. All right, you know what? We'll continue with the show, and we'll announce what the keyword is maybe at the end and how you can win.
It's too much pressure.
There's not a lot of pressure. All you got to do is pick a keyword.
I know, but I don't like it. All right. Back to the list of are you in or are you out? This is specifically for our next vacation, and I think it's an important one because it's something that, once again, our kids would really love to do, but they also aren't paying. So
that is also true.
You know, they want to know, are you in or you're out? Dinner reservations at the Sci-Fi Dinner Theater in Hollywood Studios this time.
I mean, I'm always in on that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I feel like you don't love spending money.
Oh, I don't.
So, I mean,
you caught me off guard there for a second.
We don't have the dining plan, and I don't know.
Can we share meals?
It's frowned upon.
Can we go there? Can we pull the old, hey, what's that over there? And just run away from them and go?
Well, since it was their idea, I feel bad to do that. But I mean, I'm certainly not going to be against that idea for a variety of reasons.
Listen, I'm in.
You're in? You want to do it this time?
Yes.
Okay. Because I mean, there's so much to do and see. Like, what if I don't know. They're just, with Galaxy's Edge open and we have finally going to experience Toy Story Land, I feel like there's not a lot of time. So a lot of the parks, like, it's hard to set your time aside for a dinner reservation, like a sit down meal.
Make it for later in the night, and I'm in.
You want to do like what we usually used to do was like at closing time?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm in.
Okay.
Next one.
Oh, that was it.
Oh.
I'm out.
That's it for you?
I only had a few. I don't know. I wanted to really make it compact so that I could keep my notes in front of me and remember your comments so that when we do go down in a few weeks that I can show you. Be like, you said we're making these reservations and we're going. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay.
So here's the keyword.
All right.
Smugglers Run.
Ooh.
That's the keyword.
Smugglers Run. That's
Go-
a key. That's not a word. It's 2 words.
It's a key phrase.
Okay.
That's the key phrase.
Key
Smugglers
phrase.
Run.
We're switching it up.
Switching it up. So go over to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe. Comment on this video if you're listening to the podcast now, or if you're watching the YouTube channel as we do this right now. Leave a comment below
Okay.
with the keyword Smugglers Run. Let us know if you're in or out on that.
Smugglers Run or smugglers?
Smugglers Run. You gotta say it like you're from Boston.
Okay, perfect.
Like, if you don't say it with the key pronunciation.
Yeah. There's so much more.
Yeah,
Man.
that's actually it.
Oh.
We don't have anything to sell.
That's
other
it?
than we don't.
No.
I mean, I feel like we should have something to sell.
Yeah, T-shirts.
But we really don't.
Okay, fine.
we just show up here every week and say hey.
Do our thing.
Yeah. Well,
All
I mean,
right.
we could join us on Patreon if you want.
You really should. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I
We're gonna
love
do some
Patreon.
extra live shows and some extra podcast episodes inside of our Patreon group. You can find all of that over at unlockingthemagic.com.
Good.
All right, that was a good one, Connie. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I told you, don't rate these.
Don't rate them.
Don't say this is a good one.
Oh,
It's good for you.
it was fun. Listen, I do
right.
the show. If nobody listens, I had fun.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
Don't forget the keyword over on YouTube, Smugglers Run.
Don't forget. Thanks so much, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.